just quickly wanted to do a quick outfit of the day because I like my outfit today. It's the skirt. I think my sister made this for me like 3-4 years ago. It was a while ago, but I've made skirts like this since. So she made this for me, and then I have my coat on and tights and my boots and stuff, and half the stuff I'm wearing is from thrift stores. So my whole outfit together was about $25 to $30, I think. So anyway, I just wanted to quickly show it. This is my Alice in Wonderland teacup skirt is what I call it. And I used to just do like, it wasn't actually, but I'd call it like a casual cosplay of like a Alice in Wonderland teacup, because I'd wear this and then like wear one of my Alice necklaces. And then just like sneakily be Alice in Wonderland-y, because it like kind of poofs out and it makes me think of like a teacup put upside down.
Hey guys, and welcome to Sunday. We just got a new fridge and it's facing a really weird direction. So we got the new fridge. They brought it while we were at church, and they were just like, we're outside, we got your fridge, and we were not here. But they brought it up anyway, which is very nice of them, because I wasn't here to help them at all. But this door opens the opposite direction. Both doors open the opposite direction of both of the old fridges that we've had. And so it's like super awkward to have facing the way we used to have it facing, because you have to like reach all the way over here and like pull it like that, and I really don't like that. But I also don't really think I like it like this either, so I don't know what we're gonna do. I think I'll just leave it like this. I'll probably let it sit for a few days and I'll probably get used to it and get over it, but as it stands, I'm not a fan. But it is a nice fridge. It's not new, it's used, but it does look fairly nicely inside. We haven't even started switching over really things over from the mini fridge, but it's pretty nice inside. I think it's a little bit deeper than our old fridges were. It seems a little bit deeper, and it's nice enough. But yeah, it's gonna be an adjustment just because I just don't know if I like it like this. Oh well, beggars can't be choosers, so there's not really much I can do about it. It's either gonna be facing the old direction or this direction, and I'm gonna have to deal with it. Oh well. I think we might hang something right here with magnets or something. Maybe we'll cover it in magnets or pictures or something to make it more interesting. Because I think it's just I don't like this part of it for some reason. Anyway, new fridges. Fun stuff. Third time's the charm, I hope. I'm just going to be spending the rest of the day casually editing things. I kind of need a nap, I feel like, because I didn't get any sleep last night. But I also just want to get a lot done today. A lot of editing done, which I think I can, because I have literally all day to do it. I'm not too stressed about any of it, though. Like, none of it's a big deal. I got 4 vlogs released last night, and it makes me happy. And I'm feeling pretty good about where we are right now. So, daylight savings time started last night, and I was not very happy about it. Giselle left kind of late, and then when she got home, she was just like, you know, we thought that we were still getting home at like a good time, and that it was fine and everything, and that you'll be able to get everything done you want to really early tonight. But nope, we lost an hour. We lost an hour's sleep, and I ended up staying way too late, and didn't get very much sleep at all, like I said. And I hate daylight saving time. It is the worst thing anyone has ever invented. Only when we skip ahead an hour. When we get gaining an hour, it's kind of nice, but it's also not nice because then it starts getting dark later. But the really good thing about daylight saving time starting is that it gets to stay late outside, much later now. So it's like almost 6 o'clock right now, and it's still sunny outside. That makes me so happy. I love when it is still late outside this late, because I hate leaving work when it's dark outside. Like, walking outside when it's still light outside is really nice after a long day of work. So I am really quite happy that it's starting to become this time of year. Very happy that it's starting to become this time of year, because it was a very nice day today, and it's a very nice night already. Very nice evening. We had some pasta for dinner, and it's kind of late now. It's about 10 o'clock. It's not that late, but I did just get done working out, and I'm super energized, and I'm gonna record the rest of Firewatch. Hopefully I can get through it this time without any problems. I should not have any problems this time. I'm pretty sure I've got the setup all figured out for this stuff. I've been watching House of Cards, the new season of House of Cards, while working out and stuff, and I'm like almost done with it. And I was just finishing the episode that I was watching when I was working out, while planning some more Wind Waker out. So, and I also made this great little spreadsheet of stuff like that we've already played, like how many episodes have been filmed, what's been edited, what's been uploaded and scheduled, and all that stuff. So far, nothing's been exported or scheduled or uploaded or whatever, which is fine because we're not at that point yet. But it's very productive. I also finished 4 vlogs today. 3.5, but basically 4, and makes me very happy. It's been a very productive day, and it's about to be even more productive day. Giselle's about to go ahead and go back. She's taking the car because she's going to come over tomorrow morning and hang out here for the whole day. What are you going to do tonight?
Sleep.
Sleep.
I'm almost done with my book. I have like 2 hours left.
She spent the last, hour trying to help Steve understand editing programs on his phone.
It was not an hour. It was maybe half an hour. I don't even know how long it was, but he says he doesn't understand, and I'm trying to help, and I don't know how anymore. I've done what I could. I'm so sorry, Steve. So I've decided, I totally stole this idea from a basket something of Casey. Ugh, I forget her channel name. I'm so awful. Anyway, she's this other YouTuber. We can link her below, but she did a video about her favorite fairy tale retellings in books, and I've been wanting to start doing a series like that, but instead of just giving a bunch of my random favorites, I would want to do it. I would kind of combine the two ideas of there's this other booktuber, again, I'm blanking on names, so I can link one of her videos as well, but she does like this book to film exploration thing where she'll take a classic and then find all the adaptations she can in movie form and watch them all and then compare how good they are compared to the book and stuff like that. And so I would kind of take a combination of those two and like read the original fairy tale, which I've already read most of them anyway. Like most of the ones that I do, most of the ones that have adaptations, I've already read like a lot of times when I was younger, but I would like reread them and then either reread or just choose like ones that I have read of that certain one and then just make a video about it of all the book adaptations that I read, and then I also may do like a part 2 for like the movie adaptations that I've seen. So like if I did Cinderella, then I'd do one and that would have like Ella Enchanted by Gail Carson Bean and just like different Cinderella books that I've read. And then when I do the movie, then I could like include movies like the Matthew Broderick like hour-and-a-half or hour-long film that was just a TV thingy, like part of a little TV series that like nobody's ever heard of that I grew up watching. It's awful, by the way. Or I could talk about like Ever After, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, and I could like do stuff like that and like pull them all together. And so it's like it's something I want to do, and I was looking at it today. It's gonna take a lot of work though. It's gonna take a lot of planning and ridiculous stuff, but that's what I have been kind of wanting to start working on. I need to start like writing out everything I can think of. So I think I'm going to be filming and uploading a video really soon asking for recommendations for people, and maybe I'll even put a poll up on somewhere. I don't know, like a poll up saying...
You can do polls and cards now and YouTube cards. You
I
can do
didn't know
polls.
that.
Yeah, they just introduced it. So.
Perfect!
Yeah.
Well, I could stick a poll on there then, and then people could choose which fairy tale they want to do, they would like to see first, but I think I'm not going to stick any like super popular fairy tales. I think I'm going to stick slightly lesser known ones so that I don't have to like kill myself off for this first one, because if I did Cinderella or Beauty and the Beast or whatever, then I would probably go crazy because there's so many adaptations of it. So maybe doing something like 12 Dancing Princesses. I can think of 3 12 Dancing Princesses books off the top of my head that are popular, and I've read 2 of them, so like that would be easier, and then I could reread them and stuff. So I don't know, there's just, yeah, there's a lot of work that I need to go into it, but I want to like start messing around with the idea more, and that's kind of like my next big project, I guess, that I want to work on.
That sounds really exciting to me personally. Yeah. I feel like it would make you like the go-to fairy tale person.
Well, it's
on
like,
BookTube.
I don't know, like I never really thought about putting stuff like that on BookTube, even though I've had like a passion for fairy tales since I was 5 years old, like, and my favorite fairy tales are usually fairy tales that people have never heard of or read, and I'm like, but they're my favorites. Like, my favorite of all time fairy tale that I will forever love is the Tinderbox. I don't know who it's by. It might be the Brothers Grimm. It might be the Grimm brothers. I'm actually not sure who the Tinderbox is from, but it's this fairy tale about a soldier who meets this old woman, and she's like, go down in this like tree trunk, and when you go down there, there's going to be like 3 different doors. In the first door, there's going to be a dog, and he's going to have eyes that are the size of saucers. And if you go in there, then he's going to be sitting on this chest. She's like, but if you, like, put down my shawl or whatever, he'll sit on it, and then you can take whatever you want out of the chest. She's like, and then the next dog has, like, eyes the size of platters, and then the last dog has eyes the size of windmills. Like, ridiculous. And it's about this magical tinderbox that he finds that I think grants wishes. And it's almost kind of along the lines of the little match girl. So it kind of makes me think of that, like the matchbox and the tinderbox, like similar. Anyway, that's like my favorite fairy tale. I just think it was my favorite. I always asked my dad to read that one to me when I was growing up, and we had like this big book of like fairy tales that's the always one I'd open up to and be like, Dad, read this one to me and stuff. And like, I don't know, I've like never thought about putting it on YouTube before though. So
I just looked it up, by the way. It's by Hans Christian Andersen.
it is Andersen. I wasn't sure if it was Andersen or the Grimms, because the book of fairy tales we had was all of them mixed together. And then I'd also want to do like explorations on like Perrault is like the Cinderella man. Like he wrote down the original Cinderella that everyone knows, but then Brothers Grimm did a slightly different interpretation, and then there's even older ones. Like I think the earliest one is like from China from like 40 BC, and so I'd like want to find those versions as well, and then talk about its like evolution and stuff and how it's different. And a lot of people think that the word or whatever or something for glass was a mistake. It was mistaken translation, and it was actually supposed to be a fur slipper. And so a lot of times in different cultures, Cinderella has a fur slipper instead of a glass slipper.
That's pretty freaking different.
Yeah, and it's like they just think it's a translation error, but since Perrault is like the Cinderella person, he wrote down that Cinderella story that is so classic and famous now, then everyone says glass slipper, even though in older cultures it was always a fur slipper. And then I've read a bunch of children's books that are different versions of Cinderella. I can think of like 4 different ones like off the top of my head that I constantly read as a child, and one of them's like the Persian Cinderella, and instead of having a slipper she has like bracelet, I think, a blue bead bracelet that I think she has matching ones, one for each wrist, and then when she loses one, and that's what he goes to match for her bracelet and stuff. So it's like there's all these different interpretations. I was like, maybe it's weird that I know so much about him, but I love him so much. So I'm probably getting tedious right now, but yeah, that's my newest idea, is I want to make this series a thing, but it's going to be a lot of research and a lot of time reading. But I've just been mulling this over for about the past week. But I think that's about it for today.
And look out for all that stuff. I'm sure we'll be talking about it more as it progresses. So we'll see you guys tomorrow.